Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Wednesday, February the 2nd. It's Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, Trot Wham, ready to break down the Wednesday card. A busy Wednesday as it always is. Usually we've got 9 games in the NBA tonight. Let's start with Washington taking on Philadelphia. We got the Sixers, 10.5-point home favorites, 211 the total in this game. I said the Wizards fucking suck in those exact words yesterday on the show when they played Milwaukee, and I stand by those words, and they did. Cashed 2 tickets with the Bucks there, first half, full game split. Last night in that game, they get the job done, 112-98. The struggles continue for the Wizards, 0-6 straight up, 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 games. I want absolutely no part of this team right now. The only question you ask yourself is, can you get there with a bet on Philadelphia in this game? And the question for them is going to be who's available, who's healthy. For the most part, they got everybody on board tonight. I mean, the guys that are out are the guys that have been out for a while. Cork Moss, Milton, and Ben Simmons, of course, who hasn't played yet this year. Everybody else is there. Tyrese Maxey, Seth Curry, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. They're all in tonight. SmackDown spot. I just think you just fade this team game in and game out until proven otherwise, until they can prove otherwise that they're capable of stepping up. And the Washington Wizards just aren't right now. So there's not many spots I like laying big numbers with Philly. They can be a little flighty. They can be a little bit difficult to trust and erratic laying this many points. But I'm going to trust them tonight because I think Washington is that bad. We'll go Philly -6 first half, Philly full game -10.5. Same 2 bets as I played last night with Milwaukee against this hideous, falling apart Wizards team. Skee, what do you think here, Washington, Philadelphia?
Yeah, you said it enough for me. Philly got the rest advantage. Wizards losing by like 11.5 points per game in the last 2 weeks. If you look at it on the road only, like 17 points per game. So no way in hell I'm backing the Wizards. Philly or nothing for me.
Yeah, and Beal out again tonight, so no change there. Beal did not play last night. Beal will not play tonight either. Dutch, Wizards, Sixers.
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I just hit that playing a unicorn sherbet. It's going to get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Big shout out to Star Child. Miss Tiffany, I see you. Excuse me, Black Thor, my dude. Yeah, man. Everybody in the chat right now, if you could, share the video. Be muchly appreciated. This game, I mean, yeah, second everything both of these cats said. I agree with it. I'll give you a little something, though, because I wrote this shit down. That the Wizards are 1-4 ATS last 5 on the road. 2-4 ATS last 6 meetings versus these boys. And then now January 7th, the Wizards actually beat Philly as a 2-point dog in Washington. So this is kind of, you also get a revenge matchup also kind of key there. Now the prior 2 matchups to that, the Sixers have covered and one straight out, obviously, and an average margin was 19 points per game. So I believe it will be Smack City here. I'll take the full game, and I did take the full game at 10.5. I'm not mad at anything else for trifecta spot. Sounds like it. But, yeah, auto fade of the Wizards here.
It is until proven otherwise. We've got 6 straight up in ATS that they've lost, this Washington team. Wham, what do you like here?
Yeah, man, I just think they're going to get scored on in the paint, particularly. I think Embiid is going to have a good field day here. This team is not that good on the road as well in the first half, or as far as the full game. 7 for 17 for the full game, and 7-17 and 1 for the full game on the road. And then on the first half, 6-18-1. So out of 25 games, they just already showed they're pretty bad on the road. So I don't expect this to change. I do expect Spencer Dinwiddie to go over his 7.5 assists like he did yesterday. I do expect that to happen again today. But as far as this game, I'm pretty much off of it. It's a backwood.
Backwood for Wham with the Wizards and the Sixers. I will say about Joel Embiid, when he played Washington on January 17, he ended up with 32 points in that game. The game before that against Washington at the end of December, he had 36 points. So I'm also betting Embiid's over points tonight. I mean, he should absolutely be. Sorry, Daniel Gafford. I know you're a decent little center there, but come on. You're going to be in tough tonight against Joel Embiid. He's going to probably own your ass tonight in that paint area. So I like the over points there for Joel Embiid. right there tonight as well in that game. All right, let's go to Orlando and Indiana. Indiana 3.5-point home favorites, 225.5 the total. I hate giving you bad numbers, but I'm going to give you a bad number here on this. I played this at 220. I didn't even get the best number on this damn total. I actually got in on it when it was already up to 225. 225 is when I got in on it, and it opened at 223.5. It's up to 220. It's up to basically 226 in some spots right now. But I still like the over. Like Orlando's totally transformed their offense. They got everybody healthy, right? They got Jalen Suggs back. Cole Anthony's been back for a while. And all of a sudden, since they've done that, they've been over machines. Best bet winner on the show for me yesterday was Orlando and Chicago. Those two guys flew over the total. With plenty of room to spare in that game. 126-115 was the final score. Again, the Magic, and I think it's come at the expense of their defense a little bit. They've not necessarily been defensively as good. The last 5 games, their defensive numbers have kind of trended down, but their offensive numbers have gotten a lot better. They've gone over in 3 straight. Indiana's gone over in 4 of their last 5 meetings. Can't trust them defensively. Most nights, they give up 132 to Dallas. They outscore. That's what they're doing. The Pacers right now is outscoring teams to win. They did that against the Clippers, 122-116. That game also flew over the total. That was on Monday, and I think I like the over there. I did bet that over, and I think Skee kind of liked the over in that Clipper Pacers the other night as well. So no argument with this total getting steamed up. It probably goes over. It's probably another high-scoring game. Wham, what do you think here, Orlando and Indiana?
Yeah, man. As far as this game's pretty much up and down for me. I don't want anything to do in Indiana, of course, obviously laying points. And the Magic, being off a back-to-back, having one of those games that they actually had action on. They had action on in that Bulls game, just didn't pretty much pull it out there. I think they could win this game for sure. Don't get me wrong. I think the Magic definitely could win this game. They've been showing a little bit better defense as of late. Indiana Pacers, they pretty much dog ass shit here. But again, this is another backwood. Unfortunately, y'all, I just don't have anything for this game. I do like Wendell Carter to probably go back to the well again with the points there, but I'm not going to bet this game. I'm just stay away.
Yeah, the only concern is 1-9 straight up, 4-6 against the spread back to back this year for the Orlando Magic. But yeah, I'm with you though. I'm not laying points with Indiana, not this many against anybody. Dutch, what do you like?
There we go. My fault. Yeah, big shout out to our guy Billy Briz. I see you, my dude. Yeah, man. Start out the Star Child. Bleed Blue, a new name in the chat. I see you, my dude. Nets Bet, you my guy, bro. But you know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. There's a reason why I got this bitch on. Yeah, man. Hey, but we'll get there though. And for now, back with this motherfucker. And this ain't even a fucking. This is like that Reggie Bush shit, you're straight backwood. Fuck this motherfucker. I wouldn't even let it in my house, let alone let you spark it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's not the 2 best teams, that's for sure. Skee, Orlando, Indiana.
Don't do it,
Skee. I'll probably agree with you, Ian. If I gotta play this game, Pacers don't play no damn defense. As long as Miles Turner's out, it's gonna be that way. And they're allowing close to 121 points per game the last 2 weeks. It's tough to trust Orlando to score, but only way to play this game is up and over the total.
All right, Charlotte, Boston. We've got Boston 6-point home favorites, 223.5, 224 the total in this game. We've got Charlotte coming in here off a loss to the LA Clippers, 115-90. In their last game. They got absolutely drubbed in that game by the Clippers, and they were 6-point home favorites in that game as well. So they'll be looking to bounce back from that. 2 days off, actually, since that loss. That took place on Sunday for the Hornets in that game. So they'll be looking to bounce back from that here tonight against Boston. Boston enters off a beat down over Miami, a very short-handed Miami Heat team. We do need to point that out. That's why they were laying 6.5 in that game, and they ended up winning 122-92 over the Miami Heat in that game. As far as tonight's game for Charlotte, Oubre and game time decision for the Hornets, so keep an eye on that. But it looks like he might play. Oubre's saying he'll be available, so it sounds like he's going to go play through this ankle injury. He's got a left ankle sprain at the moment that's caused him to miss the last 2 games, but it looks like he'll return tonight for the Hornets. Gordon Hayward still out for them. Looks like Robert Williams, the starting center for the Celtics, is on the injury report with a toe injury, but he's likely to play through that and be in the lineup tonight for the Celtics. I do think it's a good spot for the Hornets here and a type of a bounce back spot here, getting 6 in this game. I like Charlotte here, +6 in this one. I do think you'll see a better performance from them following the debacle against the Clippers. We have to keep in mind they're 4-0 ATS. Their last 4 as an underdog coming into this game. This is where you want to be with Charlotte, catching points with them. No question about that. And if you go back long term, 6-1 ATS, their last 7 as a road underdog as well, this team. So very good in that regard as well. This is their point spread roll. And I'm still just a little bit leery of the Boston Celtics laying 6, especially when I think we've got a capable Charlotte team coming in here, motivated, focused after a debacle against the Clippers the other night. So I like Charlotte here, +6 in this one. Wham, what do you think here, Hornets, Celtics?
Yeah, man, for sure. For me, I'm not going to go with the Hornets here. I think the defense is just legit. We've seen the Hornets show that they were a top-rated defense for about a week straight. People question were they frauds or not. I mean, yeah, they fucking frauds now. They're at the bottom 10 now. They're back at the bottom 10 where they're supposed to be. And this team and this defense from the Celtics, they're showing that they're legit, man. They're number 1. They've shown that they are holding opponents to the lowest in the league over the last 5 games. I expect these guys to continue to play really well up for this game. So I do like the Celtics in this game. I do like Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists. We know we've been hitting that as well, averaging 6.8 assists over the last 6 games, and that's hit over the last 10 games at 60%. So he's hit that 6 times out of the last 10 games. I expect it to be one of those games as well for him. So I like the Boston Celtics. Haven't pulled it yet on there, but I do like the 6. I think the 6 something that I might be dibbling on a little bit later on. So that's the way I'm going here.
All right, liking the -6 here. They have been better as favorites lately. I'll say that about the Celtics. They covered 4 straight as favorites, so they have been better. I will give them that. And if Charlotte has a bad loss, they lose by 10 or 15 or 20, then we've really got to start worrying about the direction of this team a little bit because, they've come back down to earth a little bit after the terrific run they had through much of December. They're 28-23. They actually still have the better record, but kind of has that feel a little bit that one team's going up a little bit, Boston, and the other one's kind of going down. But I still like the spot and getting enough points. We'll see to take Charlotte here. Skee, what do you think, Charlotte, Boston?
Yeah, I'm with Wham on a Smart assist. A lot of people doubting him, saying, he's not the right point guard for this team, et cetera, et cetera. Like Wham mentioned, all the games he's gone over. Past couple, he had 12 assists, he had 7 assists. I think 5.5 is, easy call versus Charlotte defense. So I like that. And I also like the Celtics. I know, Hornets have a little bit of rest advantage, but Celtics still not on the back-to-back. Celtics been playing good lately. They're top 10 offensive rated, defensive rated, and rebounding team the last 5 games. They've won 4 out of those last 5 games. And when the Celtics win, they usually cover. They usually win by margin. Looking at their 27 wins, it's by an average of 14.9 points per game, and they've covered 22 of those 27. So Celtics -6 is a bet for me. Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists, another bet for me.
All right, Dutch, what do you like here, Charlotte, Boston?
Yeah, man, I can dig it. Big shout out to Crystal Warren, our guy Jay Peasy, Sweaty Butcher. I see you, my dude, also liking that assist with Marcus Smart. And I like everything my boys are saying right there. But yeah, there's a reason why they probably say that about Marcus Smart. Because hey, I'm sure he'll cash these assists, but the motherfucker ain't no point guard. Come on now. I mean, he's a 2, but he ain't no point. But I like Marcus Smart. He's a pit bull. But yeah, man, I like the Celtics here early and often. And they're 4-1 ATS last 5 first half. Not only full first half, but full game. Ian touched on it, 4-0 ATS last 4 as a favorite. And these boys didn't have Marcus Smart when they played January 9th, when the C's lost at home to the Hornets as a 3-point favorite. And in that game, Jason Tatum only had 12 fucking points. I look for that to turn around a little bit. They were -9 in the rebounds and only shot 30% from the 3-point line. So it's simple to me, man. The Celtics are a very healthy team right now. They got all their damn boys back. They're deeper. They're better. Rebound the ball. Knock down at least 35% from that 3-point line. And this game should be over pretty much by halftime. I locked in the -3.5. I love this look. And I also like the -6 like the boys were talking. The Hornets are 1-8. 1-8-1 ATS last 10 meetings in Boston. 2-6 ATS last 8 meetings overall, and 1-9 straight up their last 10 trips to motherfucking Beantown. So they don't travel too well to Boston. 1-4 ATS in the last 5 overall. I think we know what the Hornets are. We can fade them right here against the Boston Celtics, who I believe, honestly, along with your team, Ian, the Toronto Raptors, who showed me a lot last night, to be honest with you, are probably the 2 highest peaking teams to look at the second half of the season. I think Boston will be a bet on team. And from what I've seen from Toronto with Nick Nurse and them boys, I might have to stop fading them motherfuckers. Believe it.
It's amazing what they've done. They have no bench and they're winning games and coming back. It's insane against good teams. It's insane what they're doing at times. But yeah, Boston's turning a corner. Boston's starting to feel it a little bit. So I'm still not as ready to write Boston into we're going to ride them and we're going to think things are going to be great the rest of the season. And I'm a little bit higher on Charlotte than some. So it's Ian versus the crew here. 3 Bostons. I'm the only one on Charlotte here. We'll see how this one plays out here with the Hornets and the Celtics. All right, Grizzlies and Knicks next up. We got the Grizz 4-point road favorites, 217 is the total here in this game. The number's been bet up a little bit already. What did I get on this? 3.5. So it's only gone up a half point since I bet it, but I do like Memphis here on the road to get the job done. They're off a frustrating loss to Philadelphia. Look, Skee said it on Monday's show, kind of played out that way, right? It's not always a slam dunk for that team. When the other teams got the star out, Embiid didn't play that night for the Sixers and still got the win over the Memphis Grizzlies, 122-119. I got to keep reminding myself, they got that Kate Scott doing the television play-by-play now for the Philadelphia. I heard the highlights. I'm like, whoa. Who's that? But she's actually not bad. She doesn't have the Beth Mowins type of voice. You know, Beth at the 29-yard line. That's the Beth Mowins voice right there. But no, she's not bad, actually, Kate Scott. She does a solid job with the Sixers play-by-play. But Philly with a big win there, 122-119 in that game. Memphis looking to bounce back from that overtime loss. Like, are we really going to hand out the roses and the pom-poms to the New York Knicks that they beat down a sad Sacramento team, I should say, 116-96 in their last game? Big deal. That doesn't do anything for me, that game. Before that, they lost by 15 at Milwaukee. They lost by 14 at Miami. They lost to Cleveland. They got blown out by the New Orleans Pelicans on their home floor. They lose to Minnesota at home. I think Memphis in a bounce-back spot. Reasonable price. You only lay a few points. I'm on the Grizzlies here, -3.5. I still like it at -4. Great road record, no question. LJ, great stat there. Been very good ATS on the road. I think Memphis bounces back here tonight in this one. Skee, Grizzlies Knicks.
I do not want the Knicks. I'm not a believer in them. I don't love anything about their roster. I just, they've only won 2 out of their last 6 games. I don't want them. Memphis hasn't really mattered road or not. They're 16-9 straight up on the road, 17-8 against the spread. I don't know, something about the way this game opened up with the spread low like that feels kind of weird to me. I do know New York 8-17-1 against the spread at the house in the first half. So if I like Memphis, I'll likely try to get in and get out. I think they've covered 12 of their last 16 first halves, and that'll probably be the way I look in this game.
All right. Yeah, definitely. I think that might be worth a look here. I lean to the over just a little bit. And I'll have a smaller bet on the over here, 217, but I like the side even more with Memphis as the small road favorite here. Dutch, what do you think here, Memphis, New York?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Kyle with the $5 dono. Muchly appreciated, man. Salute, my dude. Yeah, this guy, big Mr. H-Town, I see you, my guy. Knicks are also, yeah, man, first quarter. Okay, so you can fade the Knicks early if you want. And I know I'm not, this is one of them games where I might look like a motherfucking can't or a motherfucking sip. But either way, my life gonna be good either motherfucking way, believe it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this +4 might be a beautiful thing with the Knickerbockers at home. I know the whole motherfucking world and a lot of motherfuckers that I respect are on the Memphis Grizzlies. So, if I don't cash, at least some motherfuckers I like will have some money in their pocket. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm waiting now, honestly. I haven't locked it in yet. I see the 4 out there. Let all this Grizzly money come in. I seen it. 97 motherfucking percent of the public in this morning in Vegas was on the motherfucking Memphis Grizzlies. I see it all over Twitter. I'm sure My man Wham Bam might even tweet out a little later. Somebody's trending, and it might be the motherfucking Memphis Grizzlies. I'm telling you right now. I believe the Knicks might fuck around and win this game. Like I said, it could be compete. They could get blown out, but I do believe my man Skee touchdown. It's a little fishy. It's hella motherfucking fishy, bro. And the Knicks are 8-2 ATS last 10 at the house. So they have been handling their business on the home turf. 5-1 ATS last 6 versus the Western Conference. Now they're 2-0 straight up last 2 meetings. Both dogs in both meetings won outright. The Grizz are also 2-3 ATS last 5 on the road. So I look at this as, a spot where we could actually, I believe they're also going to be a little tired. The Knicks have the rest advantage as well. So I do believe that, the Grizzlies could start out hot, but I believe the Knicks will grind this out. Julius Randle, I believe, Bear is coming around. But the key is obviously Fournier has to knock down those open jumpers. When he hits, they're a different team. So I will look for that to happen at the house. Just a 1-unit bet for me, nothing crazy. But I do have to look at it and what I've seen lately in the NBA. I mean, the tomfuckery, like I was saying before the show, man, is at an all-time high. And I can't lie, this game has it all written all over it. So I'm going to take advantage of it and get on that 4-piece with the Knickerbockers. Probably might even get 4 in the hooker. I'm just going to wait right before the tip and lock that bitch in.
Yeah, this is the first of the 2 games on ESPN, the doubleheader tonight, by the way, this one. And I have a prop for each team here. I've got John Moran over 27.5 points just because it's 30-plus for him now, scored in 7 straight games. But I like Evan Fournier for the Knicks. Memphis, one issue for them is their 3-point defense. Their 3-point defense is the one issue with the Grizzlies at times. They can give up the 3-point shot. They're 25th in the NBA in 3-point percentage defense so far this season, and that speaks for that screams Evan Fournier, because he's going to shoot a lot from long distance. You just hope the makes are there, but he's got the somewhat suspect perimeter defense of Memphis to maybe take advantage. So 13.5. You could even go with made threes for Fournier as well. I think it's a Fournier. I've been good calling the Fournier nights in the past, not Fortnite, Fournier night. For the New York Knicks. I've been good calling them and predicting when he's going to step up and play well. And I think this could be one of those spots for him tonight. Wham, what do you think, Grizzlies Knicks?
Yeah, man, you have been really good at calling the primetime Evan nights, I would like to call them here. But it's primetime Evan versus most improved Bane, bro. So I expect Desmond Bane to get off here. I am on Bane over 18.5 points. I am on Bane over 19.5 points. I think he gets 20 today. But the best bet for me in this game is going to be Quentin Grimes over 1.5 3-point makes. Low juice, bro. Minus 101. You could get that at Bovada right now. That's hit 10 out of the last 15 games. I expect, like you mentioned, this team to kind of let the threes fly here for this team. I think the key, obviously, we keep talking about whenever we're capping the Memphis Grizzlies, you got to close down the paint. They want to go in the score in the paint over the last, 2 years since John Moran has been in the league. They've been one of the high paint teams. This team over the last 5 games, they are the least amount of points that they're allowing opponents in the paint in the New York Knicks at 37 points. So you get these guys at 37 points. That's a W for the Knicks, man. So I see the vision here. I see the vision behind liking the Knicks here. I do like the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not going to lie, but I agree with you, though, Dutch. It does seem a little fishy. I'd agree with you as well, Skee. Does seem a little fishy. I just think that the props are really going to be good here. Seems like they love to throw the Knicks out there on prime time. So prime time Evan to get his shit off. I think Ian is onto something there. I like that look here, but I'm going Quentin Grimes over 1.5 3-point makes and Desmond Bane to get 20 points. I think that happens today.
All right. Good stuff. Next up, Cleveland, Houston. We've got Cleveland 5-point road favorites, 219 the total in this game. You've got the Rockets are just not just a shit show right now with the Rockets. 4 straight losses. The last 3 have been double-digit losses. 30-point loss to San Antonio, 15 to Portland, 14 to Golden State the last game. So very difficult to back the Rockets right now. We've got CP3, of course, Chris Paul, but we've got PGC for Cleveland. Point guard Ceedy right now is an Osman for the Cavaliers, and he's got to play point guard right now because of all the options at the moment for this Cleveland team. You've got this Cleveland team that's just decimated in the backcourt. What the hell's going on with them in terms of who's out for this team at the moment. It's just now, of course, you've got Darius Garland out. You already had Rubio and Colin Sexton out as well. I mean, it's just a decimated backcourt. They got to run Osman out at the point guard spot. He actually played well, 12 assists, 1 turnover the other night, but he shot the ball horribly in that game. So you're not going to get much offense or shooting from him, but can he facilitate and, run the point at a decent enough clip? He certainly did that the other night in that victory for them against the Pelicans. I don't know. Cleveland's still not been great ATS the last 5 games, and I know I don't want Houston, so it's probably backwood time, big show for me when it comes to the Cavaliers and the Rockets. Skee, what do you think here, Cleveland, Houston?
You cutting up with the nickname. That's what I don't know about the nickname for Osman.
What was the nickname? I didn't catch that. What was the nickname?
PGCD?
No, PGC.
Oh, okay. That's a new one for me too. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Cleveland without Garland. That's all I'm gonna say. I think he's a big part of why they're having the success they're having. They've only covered 1 of their last 6 games. So, I mean, you're asking them to win by a few possessions here, and they haven't been doing it. So, you look at the other side, KPJ going against, the team that didn't want to deal with his attitude problems and, want to cut him or whatever the case was. I think he's going to want to have a good game tonight. I think you'll get an effort from the Rocket side because, guys in the NBA and in sports in general, WNBA, whatever, they like you to have a good game when you go back to face your old team. So I think you get a decent effort from the Rockets. And also last 5 game stats, Rockets have been a better offensive team and rebounding team. I'll take the +5 tonight.
All right, taking the +5. I've had my fill with Houston. I took them +11 against Golden State the other night, and they spit the bit in the final 3-5 minutes of that game. So I've had enough of Houston for a bit, but I understand. I mean, it's tough to trust Cleveland with the point guard spot being what it is right now. No question. Dutch, what do you think here, Cleveland, Houston?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Ron Crawford, Nut Flush Allen, Alfonso. I see you, my dude. Yeah, Lingo. You know what they say. If you scared, go to church, bro. I sure as hell ain't going to fucking church, man. I'm going to the motherfucking window with the Knickerbockers. Believe it. Yeah, man. But for this game, back with this motherfucker. Yeah.
All right. Good news. We got breaking news here on the NBA Pub Hub. We're going to do another $100 giveaway on the NBA Pub Hub today. So get ready for that. We're looking forward to that for sure.
200 Mando. 200.
There it is. Just by being in here, you now have a chance. Win $100 of Pub Sports Radio's money. You just got to enter hashtag yeah, man. There you go. Just put that into the chat, and the giveaway drawing will be at the end of the show.
I need 200 likes here. 200 likes minimum.
Let's go. 281 live viewers. Let's get it up. Hit the like button. We want to get 200 likes. Let's get this done. 281 live viewers. Come on. We should be able to get 200 likes.
On one of them Billy parlays.
That's right. And there it is. So take advantage of this $100 giveaway. One lucky winner, $100. You'll get it. All you got to do is type it in the chat. Yeah, man. Type it into the chat right there. That's my Dutch voice. I like doing that. I've nailed that thing. Sounds just like him, pretty much. Wham, what do you think here? Cleveland and Houston.
Yeah, I can tell you like saying that, man. I could tell, bro. Yeah, man. This game, this is another man. This backwoods city here. Obviously, no DG in this fucking game. Do I really want to touch this Cleveland team? I think I would agree with Skee here. I probably would have to go and lean towards Houston in this spot just based off of what they've shown. They have been playing a little bit bust. And plus, you get the KPJ revenge game here. I kind of like to get and dig with that, but I'm not trusting Silas over JB Birkenstaff. That's for sure. Even without the guys, I'm not trusting his ass. So I'm going to stay away from this game. This is going to be a backwood for me, but I like the yay main, man. But some of them up in this chat, bro, they cutting up. I think it's Chessier Cat saying Wham's smacking his lips like LL Cool J. Hey, bro, settle down. Settle down. That's what I thought you said was cutting up, bro. But like they up in here cutting up in the chat, bro. Settle down. Settle down.
I know they like to give us the gears every now and then, but we know so many of these same names in the chat. It's like their family, so it's like when your family makes fun of you, you put up with it. Sometimes that's what we do here on the Pub Hub. Family makes
top.
fun of you. You put up with it to a certain
And
extent.
sometimes you put them in their fucking place too. So you know,
That too,
your
yeah.
shit went there. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, sometimes you gotta lay the law down every now and then.
Yeah,
That
don't
hey,
forget who Big Bro is. Don't fuck
yeah,
around.
exactly. Don't you get cute? Yep. Dallas 12-point home favorites. They're taking on Oklahoma City. 206 and a half the total in this game. OKC beating Portland 98-81 in their last game as 3.5-point home underdogs. So a nice step up spot there for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And what was even more impressive in that is, no SGA. I thought, how the hell are they going to find a way in this game? And they still did. So give him credit. Of course, he's not going to be back until after the All-Star break as he's going through that right ankle injury. Give Oklahoma City credit for that, but you're going to go from the Ole defense of Portland to one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, Dallas. It's going to be a big difference. And the problem here for OKC is they're probably going to get Dallas with their head on straight, losing to Orlando 110-108 in their last game. Obviously, that's not going to sit well with the Mavericks. They've had a couple days off to get ready for this game. I'd expect focus in this one. A lot of points to lay, but it would be Dallas or nothing. I'm backwooding it. I'm not involved in this one here. Wham, we'll start with you, OKC Dallas.
Yeah, one team is really good at being in this role, 15-9 as a away underdog, and the OKC, the other team. I mean, as a home favorite, they're 9-7. They haven't had that much of a sample size, but I'm still believing that this is a big enough number for OKC to cover. I do like the Lou Dort 2.5 threes here, man. I may be a Thunder buddy today, but I do like the 2.5 3 points for Lou Dort. He has went over this a few games here over the last 3 games. I think it's twice out of the last 3. I do like that. Is it something I'm going to say it's official? I bet it, but it ain't official. I'm not. I'm just let y'all know. If y'all did hop on there, I'm gonna be sweating it with you, but it's nothing big enough for it to be official. So until then, it's a backwood for me unless I make that official.
All right, Dutch, Thunder and Mavs.
Yeah, man. Hey, my guy Bang Bang said this bitch is so bad I had to dip on it. Hey, you ain't never lied, bro. As soon as I seen this bitch, I said bye-bye. Now back with this bitch. Real quick, like, please.
All right, Skee, OKC Dallas.
OKC is terrible offensively without SGA. Their defense, I don't know, it's still all right, still decent. And Dallas does nothing but go under the total, especially at home. So I think it's an under. That's the only way I could think to play it.
All right, Dallas to the under. And look, Dallas has been caught up in a couple overs lately, 4 straight, in fact, but only one of those was at home. And the one that was at home was against Indiana, and Indiana's just playing no defense at all. So it kind of does feel like this is a chance for them to be back to the under. So I wouldn't talk anyone out of under 206 and a half here in this one. We got Denver and Utah. The Jazz, 3.5, 4-point home favorites here, 220 and a half the total in this game. Still, to me, very, very difficult here to trust the Jazz in a game-in, game-out basis. We'll see how they fare here tonight in this game against the Nuggets. But Utah's just had something about them where for the last, I would say, month or so, it's just been very, very difficult to trust this team to be good and consistent. And now they're struggling, 5 losses in a row. They've only covered 1-point spread during that time. Now, the schedule's been tough. I mean, Golden State, 2 against Phoenix, Memphis. Minnesota's better than a lot of people think. Utah's had a really tough schedule, but do I want to lay points with them? Absolutely not. Not a chance am I going to do that here in this game against Denver. And Denver is coming off a setback last night against Minnesota, 130-115 loss in Minnesota. The problem is, though, now when you look at it, it's a back-to-back for the Denver Nuggets, and now they're going on the road, thin air, high altitude, back-to-back spot. Tough spot for Denver. It's a backwood for me. I mean, it's just I'm not laying anything with Utah now. Cannot do that. It would be Denver if I had to, but it's just not a great spot for the Nuggets. And keep in mind too, with Utah, another issue is who's out. Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Whiteside, Jordan Clarkson game time decision. Of course, Joe Ingles out for Utah as well. It is a very short-handed team. I was looking at Denver. I was trying to make a case for Denver. I just don't like the spot enough. Back-to-back for them in the high altitude of Utah is as difficult as it gets. Denver lean, but not probably going to end up getting there with the Nuggets here on the second game tonight on ESPN. Dutch, how about you in this one, Denver, Utah?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy Dan Kelly, Jared TG. I see you, my dude. Jay Wills, everybody in chat. Let's see. We got about 300 in here. We ain't even hit the 200 yet. Come on, man. We're giving away a motherfucking $100, $100 to y'all for free. All y'all gotta do is hit the motherfucking like button and put yay, man. And if you probably leave the Y off, you might have a better chance of winning. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Yay!
Yeah, man. Come on now. Don't fuck up my shit, bro. All right, it's all good, though. We appreciate everybody putting it in the chat. And just smash that motherfucking like button to get to 200 so I can leave it the fuck alone. Back with this bitch, please.
There we go. Public service announcement. There you go. Hit the like button. 288 live viewers. Let's get that count up there. We're giving away $100 to anyone that puts in the hashtag. Yeah, man. You're going to get that $100 giveaway. So make sure you get that done. YAYMAN. The hashtag symbol in front. It's not that difficult. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 7 character strokes. All right. That's it on your keyboard. That's it. 7. That's all it takes. So get involved with that, and you'll have a chance to get the $100 there. That's all it takes. Wham, what do you think in this one here? Utah and Denver.
Yeah, man. Jokic in the lineup. We're gonna go over the first half, like we've been doing. On the road, they're 20-7 in that regard. They've been hitting it at a high rate lately. Their offense is going to be there. Their defense is not going to be there. It's pretty much just that simple. I am kind of concerned with the guys questionable. I think Jordan Clarkson going to play. Who else do they got? They need that motherfucker, so he got to be out there. And as far as Jokic, man, I talked about it yesterday, bro. It's either you're going to be Kawhi or you're going to be Jokic, a guy that's on the injury report, but the motherfucker plays all the time, bro. I expect Jokic to play, so I expect the over in the first half here. I believe we get into that 113. I think he goes over 114, 115 there. So I think we get that there. But that's the only way I'm betting this game. Other than that, I agree with you. It's a backwood, man. Even though this is a two teams that I think match up really well with them full capable of playing each other, I just think that it's just other ways to make money here, and they gotta be the over. And yeah, the 7 strokes, that Daryl, that one had me too, bro. That one had me, bro. When he said the 7 strokes, I was like, "What are you talking about? 7 strokes away?" And then he said the characters. I was like, "Okay, I got you.
Yeah, 7 characters because YAYMAN is 6, and then the hashtag is the 7th. There you go. It's a little math test for everybody there. Hopefully, everyone aced that test because it's not that difficult.
It was just strokes. It was just completed strokes. Nothing to do with the numbers.
Yeah, yeah, it is. That's what they call it when you type it in. But yeah, character strokes. But yeah, it's all it takes is 7 of them. So, and you'll get maybe $100. Simple as that. I like the over a little bit, but again with Denver, let's see if Jokic is in. Let's see if Aaron Gordon's in. They're both questionable, and it's tough to bet Denver games until you know that. But it has been an over series history. Utah's trending over. Fucking Denver's trending over as well. So definitely keep that in mind going into this game. That we've got 2 teams trending over. The total is dropping, but I'm getting more interested in maybe over 220 and a half. And I see where Wham's going with the first half over. Skee, Jazz Nuggets.
No, I'm just laughing at everybody, man. 7 strokes, you get 100.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds like a good deal, man.
Yep.
Denver and Utah. Denver and Utah. I probably would.
7 strokes of what is the big question? Yeah.
Right.
I probably would. I don't know. I don't even know what to do with this game no more. I think, Utah got the rest advantage 2 days to none. Jokic popping up on the injury report. Got to go with the rest advantage if you're gonna do anything. So it's a pass for me, but only way to play it would be rest advantage or over.
All right, Brooklyn, Sacramento. Brooklyn, we got 4.5 5-point road favorites for the Nets against Sacramento. Total 232.5 in this one. Brooklyn against Phoenix. I took a shot with them last night and thought they'd be competitive. They were for a lot of that game, but the fourth quarter, it got away from them. They lose 121-111. There's now a 5-game losing streak here for the Brooklyn Nets. At what point do we start to admit there's issues, there's problems, are just not that great right now? Now I know Durant's been out, so what? You still got James Harden playing for you. You still got Kyrie Irving playing for you. You can't play better than that with the rest advantage against Phoenix last night. I know Phoenix is great. We love the Suns. We all do. We all know how good they are, but disappointing. And again, defensive issues. They give up 42 of 76 shooting. Pathetic defense again. from the Nets. We'll see if they can fix that here. It's a back-to-back for them as they face Sacramento, a team that is also not good right now. 7 straight losses for them. Now they return home. It's hard to. This to me looks like, you know what I might do? I lean to the full game over because last 2 meetings have seen 136, 125, 261 points, and then the last meeting was 245 points. So I like the over here, but I like the Brooklyn team total specifically because I can't trust their defense. So, I don't want to lay 4.5, 5 with this team on a back-to-back. But I do think you'll see the team total get there at 117.5. And I think the full game over, which is 232 right now, I think it gets there as well in this one, even with the Nets playing second and back-to-back games. You just got to hope that, you don't have any last-minute tomfuckery here in this game. You don't have Harden sitting last minute, Irving sitting last minute. But if they're not, they should score a shit ton of points against Sacramento. And probably the game goes over as well in this one. Dutch, what do you think here? Nets, Kings.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Vitalis. Paulie Walnuts, I see you, my dude. Mills in the chat, I see you, bro. Noli Knowles, making unders great again, my guy out there in Cali. Salute, my dude. Yeah, another one for y'all. Back with this bitch, please.
All right, backwood. And that's another reason, too.
There we go.
Nets bets, yeah. Saying you want to play D if you're Kyrie Irving and actually doing it, they're two different things. It's nice to say it. Are you going to be able, because the defense has been bad for the Nets. But that's also why I'm splitting this up with the full game over 232 and the Nets team total over in case they actually do bring a concerted effort defensively. Because if they do, maybe Sacramento gets held down a bit. We did see Sacramento, by the way, the end of that road trip. New York played some really good defense, focused defense against them, and they only scored 96 points in that game. So when you're really focused defensively against Sacramento, you can shut them down to a pretty strong degree. Skee, what do you think here, Brooklyn, Sacramento?
I think it's an overtime game. Neither team here plays defense. Last 5 game stats, Sacramento the second worst defensive rated team, and Brooklyn's the third. Pace wise, I see them both playing up tempo. It's hard for me to, I would never play this game under. If the under hits, it could, but I would never play it under, over or nothing. And other than that, I think Kyrie over his 26.5 points. I know it's a back-to-back, but he's the most rested out of anybody, and he's been pretty good on his points since he's been back. For Sacramento, I know De'Aaron Fox's game time. If he doesn't play, maybe you look towards Halliburton, whether it's points or assists, or even Davion Mitchell, added responsibility for him on points and assists. So those are the ways I'm looking at this game.
All right, good stuff. All right, Wham, Nets, Kings.
Yeah, I just echo everything that Skee said. I'm looking for the Davion Mitchell props. I'm thinking that the over assists, if I was to set the number, most likely will be at 3.5. He's averaging 4.8 assists over the last 5 games. So with the added responsibility, I agree with that. If we get that available, of course, it's not really out there. But for the most part, again, I agree with the Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, he's going to have to score here. There's no one else out there but him. So I like the over 17.5 points. As far as the over, I haven't really looked into that, but that's the way I'm looking here as well. Both of these coaches, that's kind of their philosophy. They just want to get it and run here. So I expect the total to kind of be a higher total than what it is for the rest of the slate. So I expect this to be a lot of points. But other than that, most likely the best bet for me in this game is going to be Davion Mitchell. I'll be looking in for him because you're going to get value because it's not something that he's normally doing or something that they have to have a history of putting out there.
All right, we got final game now of this Wednesday night NBA card. It's the Portland Trail Blazers, Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers 4-point home favorites, 222.5, 223 the total in this game. Portland returning, actually not returning, they're still on the road. They've been on a 3-game road trip. This is the 4th game now of that road trip, and then they'll go home and they'll end up playing Oklahoma City, which would be a revenge game for them because they just lost at Oklahoma City 98-81. The Bulls beat them down 130 to 116 before that. The only victory their last 5 games was against the pathetic Houston Rockets. So it's not been all that great lately for the Portland Trail Blazers these last few games. They're still, of course, missing several key pieces. Anthony Simons tonight is a game-time decision, although he's been upgraded to probable for this game. Yusuf Nurkic will play as well, but still this team without Damian Lillard as well. as a few other pieces in this for this team, mostly depth guys, but a couple guys still out. For the Lakers, LeBron's out, but I think Malik Monk and Anthony Davis are both going to play tonight for the Lakers in this game. This is actually one spot I would only look Lakers, believe it or not, in this game. Now the Lakers, the problem is they're not playing great either, and they're supposed to have maybe gone on a little bit of a run here with Anthony Davis back, but they've lost 3 in a row to the Sixers, the Hornets, the Hawks. They haven't been able to get this roll going that they were hoping for. LeBron's in and out, Anthony's in and out still, although Anthony will play tonight in this game. But this should be a spot where we can expect, hopefully, the Lakers to find a way. They are coming off a 6-game road trip, I should say. So the first game home off that long trip is still a little dubious in this one. But I don't know if I'd trust Portland enough. I'd lean Lakers, maybe a small play on them. Davis is in, LeBron's out. And because of that, that probably takes me off the over too. So because you would think the Lakers will be a little bit better defensively. And again, LeBron's been a big part of all the offense they've gotten lately as well. So don't know if I'd get there with the over. Tough game. But for me, maybe a small bet on the Lakers. Other than that, it'll be a pass for me in a backwood here. Skee, we'll start with you. Blazers, Lakers.
I'm going to just start this off. I said earlier when I talked about this game, I'm not betting Lakers spreads. It's just not. Yeah, I have a better time. I enjoy myself when I don't bet the Lakers spread. I can just enjoy my night. So with that said, on this game, I would have to look towards. The Lakers have the rest advantage. Lakers have been better defensively. They've been a better rebounding team the last 5 games, and it's just tough for me. We know favorites are more resting their opponent win 71.5% of the time since 1995. And Dutch's favorite, 3.5, kind of just asking them to win, So if I'm playing, I will be laying with the Lakers, but I'm not touching that shit, man. I'm not touching it. If I'll go prop maybe Malik Monk points over or something like that. But other than that, I'm out of this game.
Yeah, this should if Anthony Davis plays, shouldn't this be points and rebounds for AD tonight too? Shouldn't he have just one hell of a night inside? You would think so too. So maybe that's something to consider as well. Like with Nurkic is going to play, but he's been ailing through something. We'll see if he does. He is going to play, but again, from what I'm reading, he's not quite 100%. So that could be trouble tonight against Anthony Davis. Dutch, anything you like here? Portland, LA.
Yeah, man. You would think AD would get off, but who knows? This motherfucker might stub his toe and be out fucking, the rest of the game in mid-third quarter. So I don't know. You would think that, though, Ian. I would agree with you there. But you know what, man? I can't lie. And I haven't made anything official here, but I like 2 dogs today. And I did, we already spoke about the Knickerbockers. And this is the other dog I like. I do like the Blazers here. And I probably should do what the chat says, auto backwood this bitch. And I might get there. But let me just say, it's more of a fade, honestly, of the Lakers. And I do believe, LBJ. I know AD's the guy, been the guy, but LBJ's been the guy this year. He's a lot, man. Without him, I don't see how you could really back the Lakers without LBJ in the lineup, to be quite honest with you. I believe they're going to start Monk now, so they're going to, I feel like they don't even really have the starting 5 that they really, they're going to be kind of getting used to each other out there with AD coming back, more recently. Now, these teams did play December 31st, and the Blazers got that ass whooped. We're talking about a 33-piece in LA. Now, the prior 2 meetings to that, the Blazers not only covered, they won straight up. 5-1 ATS last 6 after a double-digit loss for the Blazers. So they bounced back after getting that ass whooped, which they just did. And they are 5-3 ATS last 8 on the road. Now, if we look on the other side, I talk about the Lakers being somewhat of an auto fade. They're 1-4 straight up last 5, 2-10. This is a crazy stat. We talked about it before, last 12 on 2 days rest. So the well-seasoned team that should need and play better when they have extra rest, unfortunately, they get more stiff and don't play as good as they should. So I could only look the Blazers here at +4. Nothing official. We'll see what the night brings us. Maybe pull a wham bam and hit Rip City on round 7, 7:30.
Yeah, exactly. See how the night treats you early on, and then wheel back around when it's just about to tip off and see if there's something worth getting involved with here in this game. I might look at Russell, actually, 37.5 as well, points, rebounds, and assists, just
I
because,
like
look,
that.
LeBron's out. What's that mean? He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, gonna facilitate, shoot, probably get some boards, assist, maybe take some more shots as well, be more active, obviously, in the offense. Not that he isn't already, but especially with LeBron out. So that might be something to look at. A little Russell Westbrook PRA over 37.5 tonight in this game. Wham, what do you think here, Blazers and Lakers?
Yeah, man. Anthony Simons did his dirty last game, but he just had the attempts, bro. He had the attempts. If he's placed today, I expect him to get 4 3-point makes today. So at plus money, I would look back at the 3.5 3-point makes for Anthony Simons. Ben McLemore's hella juice, but I expect him to have a little chip on his shoulder since the Lakers don't fuck with you no more. And same thing for Carmelo. I think Carmelo 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists is pretty good as well. I expect him to have some type of uptick here. If we got Malik Monk back in the lineup, of course, but I still think that he would get some burn today, just being it is his old team. I like the Lakers today. I ain't gonna lie. So when my guy does just say, pull a wham bam, I'm like, man, it ain't gonna be Rip City though, bro. If I'm pulling it tonight,
All right.
I'm gonna be on the Lakers, bro. I think it might be lobster time, bro, because this is the team, one of the worst teams that they're gonna be facing over the next few weeks. So they gotta win this game, in my opinion, or it's going to really be bad for the Lakers. So without LeBron, I expect these guys to have an uptick. Malik Monk, the shooter, to come back. He came through with his Crocs, so he will be ready to play today. I like the Lakers today. I'm just not endorsing it right now. I just one of those things again. You got to see how the night's looking like, bro. We got a few plays earlier. Marcus Smart hit the assist. We got Desmond Bain looking nice. I might even be on that Denver first half. You know what I'm saying? Jokic getting outstanding. I'm going to stay away for right now on the Lakers, but I am liking the Lakers. And yay, man, I fuck with you on that one too.
There we go. I like a 30. By the way, the funny line from Nut Flush Allen in the chat: 37.5 turnovers. He's asking for Russell Westbrook. Sometimes it feels like he's going to have that many in a basketball game for sure. But no, this is if he has 37.5 turnovers, yeah, he should never play point guard again in the NBA if he ever had that many in a single game. But yeah, that's always the issue with Westbrook. Obviously, his value in the basketball. But I honestly do
It's
think
been down lately. It's been down.
It's been down lately. But no, I think he's legitimately got a chance to get to 38 points, rebounds, and assists tonight with that prop. All right, it's giveaway time. $100 coming up to one lucky chat participant that typed in hashtag yeah man in the chat during the course of the show. Let's get it done. Here's the draw.
Yay, man.
And the winner is Clay Thompson.
Somebody that's always there. Always there.
He's got
Young News.
There
Young
it
News.
is.
Congratulations,
Young News. Congratulations to Young News. $100 for participating in our Pub Sports Radio NBA Pub Hub giveaway. Congratulations, Young News. Make sure you send a DM to the Twitter at Pub Sports Radio with the Cash App info. They'll make sure they send the $100 your way. Congratulations, Young News, our $100 giveaway winner on this edition of the NBA Pub Up. Good stuff. See,
Congrats.
that's what you get.
And that's strictly for sports betting, flour or alcohol, man. No, don't get that shit to your girl. None of that bullshit.
No, that's for you.
Yeah, no espresso.
Do what I would do with it.
Yeah.
No espresso. Mere coffee, not regular coffee.
God damn it.
Don't be a regifter like Seinfeld. Don't regift that $100. Keep it for yourself. Don't turn around and use it to buy something.
We'll get you
for
some
someone.
exotic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it ain't tricking. It ain't
We'll get
tricking
the
either.
rest of
Don't
the
trick
weekend.
Yeah. Exactly. Keep it for yourself. You want it, money won, right? Keep it for yourself. That's what we recommend. Great stuff. Dutch Skee and Wham with us as always on the Wednesday edition. 341 live viewers. Hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, we appreciate it. We got best bets, Dutch's freshest look coming up next. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Manscaped promo code PubSports, 20% off. Lawnmower 4.0, any Manscaped product at 20% off using the promo code PubSports and MyBookie.ag. The Super Bowl, it's a week and a half away. We got that. We've got NBA, college basketball, NHL, UFC, a lot going on. Make sure you sign up for an account, MyBookie.ag, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports, and get on the Pub Rub if you haven't done so already. $14.99 or get two for $25. Check that out at the website, pubsportsradio.com. All right, best bets, Dutch's freshest look. Wham, let's start with you on this Wednesday. Best bet.
I appreciate start off, and I am muted, so let me go off here. So we're gonna go to the New York, the Big Apple, bright lights on ESPN. Well, my guy Quentin Grimes should be out there getting it in for us with the 3-point makes, of course. The 1.5 3-point makes -1 hit 10 out of the last 15 times. Last 6 games, he's had 6 attempts, hitting at 44%. So let's get there, Quentin Grimes over 1.5 3-point makes. Let's go, bro.
All right, there it is. Quentin Grimes over 1.5 made threes. Wham's best bet. Skee, best bet.
Yeah, you heard Dutch talking earlier. Marcus Smart ain't no real point guard. That's what we about to go out there and do it for. People talking like that. Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists.
All right, there we go. Marcus Smart, Boston Celtics over 5.5 assists. Skee Profit with his best bet. Dutch, freshest look.
Yo, the motherfucker will have 12 assists tonight. He still ain't no real point guard. Hey, freshest look. Hey, we might as well stay right there in B-Town. And you know what the motherfucking leprechaun does when he sees that little motherfucking bug buzzing around? Smacks the shit out of it. And that's exactly what the Boston Celtics going to do tonight. First half, full game. Lock it in. That's good money. Yeah, man.
All right. There we go. Boston Celtics there to get it done against the Charlotte Hornets. Their freshest look for Dutch with that one. My best bet for this Wednesday card. I'm going to go to I'm going to go with Memphis here and lay the 4 with the Grizzlies. I don't trust the Knicks. You got the Memphis Grizzlies off a very disappointing loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Expect a great performance. I really like a couple props too in that game. Morant for Memphis over 27.5 points. John Morant. Evan Fournier over 13.5 points as well. But I like Memphis. We'll go with them for best bet. Best bets have been good for me lately. We think we won a few in a row. Last night, another one with Orlando, Chicago over the total. Let's take Memphis here. -4 against New York tonight for best bet on this Wednesday NBA card. And that'll wrap up this edition of the NBA Pub Up. Another great show in the books. Thanks to everyone for participating in the $100 giveaway. Great stuff. We'll be doing more of those in the future. We got the Net Profit college basketball show. Maxwell Smart, Connor Mack. Next up right now here on Pub Sports Radio for Dutch, Skee, and Wham. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Wednesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for another NBA Pub Up right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. Hey, would it be in West Coast Wednesday and Wham bubbling? Wham Talk Wednesday. Yo, Wham Bad, take us away, my man.
Yeah, man. And yay, man, for all those that are out there and win. Shout out to you as well, Young, for winning out there. Y'all know what to do. We went in, coming here to snatch the bag, take the bag, whatever it is. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.